I didn't inherit power. I inherited purpose. My name is Satya Nadella, and when I became CEO of Microsoft, my mission wasn't to dominate, but to rebuild what was broken. I was born in Hyderabad, India, back in 1967. My father was a government official, and my mother was a teacher. They instilled in me a deep sense of curiosity, teaching me to always ask why before I asked how. This simple lesson would shape my entire life. Growing up, my passion was cricket. That game taught me something leadership books never could. You can't win every single match, but you can always play with grace and learn from your losses. It's about teamwork and respecting your opponent, lessons that would prove invaluable later in life. I moved to the United States for my master's degree, and in 1992, I joined Microsoft as a young engineer. Back then, the company was an absolute storm. It was driven, proud, brilliant, and fiercely competitive. We were at the forefront of the digital age, building the products that defined an era: Windows, Office, and the PC revolution itself. We were on top of the world, but here's the thing about success: it can blind you. It can make you arrogant. By 2013, the world had changed dramatically, and honestly, we hadn't kept up. Apple had redefined the phone. Google was dominating search and services, and Amazon was pioneering cloud computing. They had all moved past us. Internally, things weren't much better. We had become siloed and divided. The culture was one of internal competition rather than collaboration. We stopped listening to our customers, and maybe more importantly, we stopped listening to each other. We stopped learning. It was a painful time, a moment of reckoning for a company that had once seemed invincible. And that's when I was chosen to lead. When I stepped into the CEO role in 2014, I knew we couldn't just change our products. We had to change our soul. I didn't start with spreadsheets and financial projections. I started with a much more powerful tool: empathy. Because any real, lasting transformation begins with emotion long before it gets to execution. You have to connect with people on a human level. One of the first things I told my team was, we're not here to be know-it-alls, we're here to be learn-it-alls. This wasn't just a catchy phrase, it was a fundamental shift in our identity. It was a commitment to curiosity, to listening, and to growth. This simple idea became the cornerstone of our new culture. We had to move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. With this new philosophy, we started making some big, bold moves. We bet everything on cloud computing with Azure. This was a huge risk. We were late to the game, and Amazon Web Services had a massive head start. But we knew the future was in the cloud. And we poured our energy and resources into building a platform that was open, flexible, and powerful. We also did something that was unthinkable for the old Microsoft. We opened up our ecosystem. We started working with our rivals, not against them. We put Office on the iPad. We embraced open-source software like Linux, something the company had once famously called a cancer. The world called it risky, even crazy. I called it necessary. We had to meet our customers where they were, not force them to come to us. Slowly but surely, the culture began to shift. The silos started to break down. Teams began collaborating in ways they never had before. We started innovating again, not just to compete, but to empower people and organizations across the globe. Within a few years, Microsoft rose again. Our market value soared, but more importantly, our relevance returned. And we did it not through aggression or by tearing others down, but through humility and partnership. We learned that being a leader in the industry didn't mean you had to be the only one at the table. In fact, we discovered that we were stronger when we worked with others. My journey has taught me that true leadership isn't about having all the answers or being in control of everything. It's about creating clarity where others see chaos. It's about fostering an environment where everyone feels empowered to do their best work. And it's about leading with kindness and empathy, especially in an industry that can often seem addicted to power and ego. Looking back, I didn't rebuild Microsoft with lines of code. I rebuilt it with people. By trusting them, empowering them, and reminding them of the purpose that brought us all together in the first place. To empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. That's a mission worth fighting for, and a journey I'm honored to be on. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this journey with me. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on leadership, technology, and transformation. See you in the next one.